Okay. Good morning, everyone. Yes, very good morning. Money morning, happy morning. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for the warm wishes and welcome everyone to our daily finance practice. So, yes, this daily finance practice, every day we learn a concept or we revise a concept and we do the affirmations and we observe the market, right? So today, let's start with our daily finance practice with the affirmations. Okay. So let me share my screen and I want every one of you to repeat these affirmations along with me. I enjoy the challenge of making money, saving money, and living a prosperous life. I am dedicated to becoming an amazing investor. My mind is a powerful magnet for profitable ideas. I earn passive income to lead my desired lifestyle. I make sure to always take calculated risks. I will avoid noise and distractions and focus on goal. I work to live, not live to work. I am a lifelong learner. I deserve to be wealthy and successful. I accept financial freedom for myself and my family. Let's do the affirmations for money. I'm an excellent money manager. I always pay myself first. I put money into my financial freedom fund every day. My money works hard for me and makes me more and more money. I earn enough passive income to pay for my desired lifestyle. I work because I choose to, not because I have to. My part-time business is managing and investing my money. Affirmations for passive income. I create my life. I create the exact amount of my financial success. I play the money game to win. I admire and model rich and successful people. I believe money is important and money is freedom. I get rich doing what I love. I am truly grateful for all the money I have now. My capacity to earn, hold, and grow money expands day by day. Yes. So these are the affirmations that you have to do at least once a day. And for all of you who do not have a copy of these affirmations, I have shared it in the chat box, the affirmations link, right? So just log into your learning portal and download it, right? Yeah, just log into your learning portal. In the first module itself, all the important links are available. Ensure you download it. Yeah, thank you. Good morning. Good morning to each and everyone. Okay. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. So I've shared the links. You can log in and ensure you download it and take a printout of the affirmations. Fine. Now let's start with the learning part, right? Let's start with the learning part. Very good morning, Mr. Ajay, Anil, everyone. Good morning. Okay, let me start the recording. Now, it is always important to identify the strength of individual stocks, right? So, in the earlier session, we have learned about relative strength, RS, right? A relative strength indicator, where a relative strength indicator compares the strength of the particular stock or the sector with a particular benchmark. Now today, we will learn about RSI, Relative Strength Index, right? So RS is different from RSI. RS, Relative Strength Indicator, identifies the strength of a stock with respect to a benchmark. It is a comparison tool. Whether it is RS positive or RS negative, we will understand. RSI, Relative Strength Index, right? This indicator will tell you the individual strength of the company, right? If the stock has been very progressive, the stock is stronger, a higher RSI we will be able to see. That means more bullishness in the stock. If the RSI is weak, right, the stock is in a declining way. And when the RSI is at a particular level, it means it is in a sideways, right? It is in a consolidation stage. So both the indicators are mutually exclusive, right? Both are separate. So any stock's strength is identified by one of the most important indicator called as RSI. How many of you in the live session are not using RSI indicator? Type it as NU, not using in the chat box. How many of you are not using, right? Yeah, we have our freedom indicator. So in the freedom indicator, RSI is integrated, right? RSI is integrated for getting the B1, B2, B3, which is like buying strength. For getting the weakness, S1, S2, S3 also, it is integrated in such a way that RSI is included. So now what we will do, let's go to the charts and let us learn about RSI with some examples, right? With some examples. Now, if you see, maybe I will load Bank Nifty on TradingView. Yeah. So I've loaded Bank Nifty on TradingView. So yes. So if you see here, Bank Nifty I have loaded. Now, there are two things to look at it. One, how is Bank Nifty performing with respect to Nifty 50? Is one way to check whether Bank Nifty is overperforming or underperforming than the benchmark Nifty 50. Second, to check how strong is Bank Nifty moving. So now, when I wanted to check or when I wanted to compare Bank Nifty with another index, I will go to a relative strength. This is the indicator. And yes, here in settings, I'll be changing this to Nifty 50. So always remember, this is a comparison what we are doing. And yes, I'll be taking the period as 123 days. So now, if you observe, right, if you observe, clearly Bank Nifty is overperforming Nifty 50. Even let me change the thickness also so that this dotted line you'll be able to see, right? That's why whoever are attending our live sessions from almost last 3 months or 4 months, we have been discussing that one of the index or one of the sector which you have to focus more is banking index or financial index. How many of you have heard that from me? Type it as yes in the chat box if you have heard that, right? Even if you go to Nifty financials, right? Nifty financial services index, right? See, look into it. So from almost January, right? Even September, October, right? From the last 6-7 months, financial services index has been outperforming your Nifty 50, right? Which is the dotted line is your benchmark. So it's just the strength which we are comparing, right? We are comparing. Now, sir, apart from the comparison with the Nifty 50, like what happened is last 3 months, 6 months, Nifty 50 has been weak. So you can look at which sector is performing better than your Nifty 50 and better to stay throughput in those stocks. Like even in the financial services, last 3-4 months, even right now, your Bajaj Finance, Cholamandalam Finance, Shriram Finance, right? Majority of the NBFCs in the financial space are doing well. Even in the private sector banking space, if you look at it, your Axis, your ICICI Bank, your HDFC, Kotak is also doing well, right? So yesterday Axis Bank has come out with the results. So the orders, the results were also in line, okay, right? So compared to the last quarter, December 2024 quarter versus March 2025 quarter, there is a good increase. Year on year, it is a flat kind of a growth, but still, yes, it's a okay kind of a results from Axis Bank, right? So this is how you compare. Now, let's close this RS, relative strength. Now, I wanted to check and the entire financial services individual strength of the sector, right? So what I will do, I'll go to relative strength index. So relative strength and RSI, both are different, right? So I've loaded RSI, relative strength index. Now, if you hover your mouse on the RSI indicator and you go through the settings, right? You go through the settings. So you need not touch anything. Let the setting be as it is, right? The RSI length 14 period, let it be, which means it checks the last 14 periods and gives the strength, right? So we have RSI upper band, which is nothing but your 70 levels, right? This is the one. RSI middle band 50 and RSI lower band 30, right? So your blue line is your relative strength index, right? Relative strength index, and even you don't require the moving averages and all that. So if you want, you can remove this, right? You can just untick and click on OK. This is the thing what we wanted. Now, financial services, yes, are doing good. It is at a upper band, right? Anything above 65 levels, right? Anything above 60 levels, your RSI, it means there is a strong momentum happening there, right? There is a strong momentum. And whenever it is hovering in the middle band, which is your RSI 50 levels, right? Yeah, if you go through the settings, if the RSI is moving or is aligning with the middle band, that means the stock is in a consolidation stage, right? The stock is in stage 3, consolidation. And when it is moving above the 50 or even it is crossing 60 and above, that's a very strong confirmation of strength coming up, right? Even if you see here, financial services, it is in consolidation throughout this entire period. And once it started moving 60, 65 levels, this is the zone where it picks up very good strength. And that too for short-term investments. And you are tracking companies which are cyclical and to do the swing trading where, sir, I've entered, I wanted to hold it for another 3 months, 6 months. RSI plays a very crucial role, right? Crucial. And even I'll show you Nifty IT, the technology or software, right? Majority of the IT related stocks have been in the declining phase from almost the start of this calendar year, right? See how well it is represented in RSI. So your RSI touched around 70 levels here during December. And when it started declining, you get to know that, right? You get to know that. And whenever it is crossing 70 and above, that is like an overbought zone, right? If you see in these times, somewhere between July 2024, right? August 2024. So even if the same you apply it on a stock as well, if the stock is in an overbought zone, it means you need not sell it immediately, but you have to be cautious, right? You have to be cautious until and unless it's a strong long-term company, you can hold it. Else, you need to watch out. And once the momentum stops, right? Once it declines. So if you see here, it starts declining from here. That is where you can reduce or you can do the profit booking or just get out of the stock and again reinvest later, right? If everyone are with me on this, type it as WU, with you in the chat box, right? With you. Similarly, when the stock is below your lower band, this is your underbought zone, right? This is called as overbought, and this is called underbought zone. Okay. So if you are like into the swing trading, right? Mostly, which you are looking for short-term investments, couple of months or max uh, like less than 1 year, right? Less than 1 year, you can consider this overbought zone. And when the reversal happens, you can get out of the position, book all your profits and come out of it, right? Underbought zone does not imply you should enter here because it's a pure significance of weakness, right? So for example, if any one of you are like, sir, as it is an underbought zone in March, I've taken huge positions in IT services stock, right? Or even if you have loaded a stock here and if you're checking and if you observe that it is an underbought zone and if you have entered, see again it has further went into another underbought zone, right? So this is not a buy for you, right? It's not a short confirmation of a buy. But what this will reflect, yes, the stock or the index has achieved its low or at trading at a very lower levels. So you can track it. And as you are looking at the IT index, you can check the stocks, whatever is happening within the segment. And wherever you see strength coming up, wait for it to at least come to the middle band, right? So whoever are entering during this period, it is slightly they are taking a little higher risk. But yes, from the middle band onwards, 50 and above, it is moving. And as I told you, as it crosses 60 or even 65 levels, it becomes more stronger, right? That's the ideal levels to add small tranches. For example, in the same space IT, maybe let's look at Newgen, right? Newgen software, which has been like, which has corrected a lot, right? Yeah, if you observe exactly from December, right? December ending or Jan first week, once it has touched its high, it has been into that overbought zone, right? And the reversal has started, right? The reversal has started from almost 1st Jan or 2nd Jan, right? And even it has touched, it has went into an underbought zone on 28th Jan. So as just now I told you, underbought zone does not mean you should immediately enter. You should just keep it in your watch list. You can keep tracking it. So yes, during this entire period, it is in a sideways, not even touch the middle band, right? Now, if you observe, yes, it is slowly coming up in strength, right? Slowly it has moved beyond the middle band, right? So yes, it's fine to focus on this. It's fine to keep a check on this, right? Keep a check on this. Okay. So similarly, even if you see here during this entire period, sideways, and even here, right? And you may ask, sir, why can't I enter at this level? Because I'm getting at the lowest point, right? You can take a entry only if you can accept that kind of a risk, right? Here you are fortunate enough that it is a continuous one-way journey. But look at here. If you would have taken the same entry here, you would have been in a very weak spot. And during this period itself, you will be losing your patience. Rather, wait for it to at least cross the middle band, get that confirmation, move above 60 levels like that, and then you can take a confirmation. Got it, everyone? Type it as GA in the chat box, right? GA in the chat box. So your relative strength and the relative strength index, both are separate, right? Both are separate. RSI gives you the individual strength of the company, right? Individual strength of the company. For example, BSC Limited, if you look at it, yes, right? So we have observed weakness in the 3rd week of February. Same thing has happened. Again, when the strength has started, right? Almost from March ending, right? The last week of March, this has started to turn, right? This has started to turn up. And yes, now it is doing well. And as long as the stock is trading or the RSI is at the middle band, the stock will exhibit a sideways kind of a pattern, right? So here it is sideways kind of a pattern. Okay. Yeah. So yes, any investment which we do, preferable is to enter into that stock or a company only in tranches. Don't do any lump sum investments, right? Tranches are much better. And as I've been telling you, do not consider once it is moving above 70, it is an overbought zone or the stock is overheated. No. See here, during September 2024, right? 2024, even though it is in an overbought zone, and sir, yes, as it moved above 70 levels, I think I should exit, sir, right? Because it is like too heated. No. As long as the strength is there, keep continuing. Sir, what do you mean by strength? If it is in overbought zone, you should watch out for the price and the volume confirmation. Yes, here price is coming up strong. So look at the volumes, very good volume. So don't get disturbed. Okay, even though it is an overbought zone, but one thing what you can do is watch it more closely, right? Watch it more closely. And whenever there is a reversal, then you should react. Else it is fine, right? Else it is fine. And only if it is moving below the middle band and it is triggering an exit, that's a cause of worry for you, right? So this will tell you the overall strength, right? Overall strength. So from here also, from almost September 24 also, it has further reached new heights. And even what you can do, you can be flexible. For example, like if you look at BSC, one strong company moves much faster than the market. So what you can do in that kind of a high flying stocks, go to your settings and you can increase your bands. So yes, you can make upper band to 80 levels, right? Your middle band to 60 levels and your lower band to 40 levels and click on OK, right? So now you get a more clarity on this, right? For the high flying stocks or high momentum stocks, which moves much faster, you can change the settings part, move your upper band, middle band and the lower band, right? For the remaining stocks, keep it as it is, right? Keep it 70, 50 and 30 levels, right? 30 levels. Okay, perfect. So if you understood the difference between RS versus RSI, type it as got it in the chat box or type it as super clear SC in the chat box. If everyone have got this, and today check three stocks, the relative strength index of it, the relative strength, compare it with the benchmark. Even what you can take, what you can do an exercise like, I'm just giving an example. Maybe in the private banking space, yes, I'll compare Kotak Mahindra Bank's relative strength with Nifty 50. Similarly, I'll compare Kotak Bank's relative strength index, whether it is picking up in strength or not, versus Axis Bank. Yesterday, it has declared the results. So Axis Bank's relative strength with index or with private banking index also, you can check the relative strength. After that, I'll check RSI of Axis Bank, whether it is strong, weak, right? You can check. Okay. Do that exercise. Minimum 3 stocks, RS and RSI. You can do it, right? You can do it. Yeah. Very good. Check RS with benchmark, Nifty 50, Kotak versus Axis Bank. Also, I'll be checking, sir. Very good. Good. So let me share the link of attendance in the chat box. Yeah. So you can click on the link and submit your attendance, right? Submit your attendance. And more details about the market, the way forward, I'll be discussing in the evening session, right? Yeah. So I've shared the link in the chat box. you can okay. So I've shared the link in the chat box. You can click on the link and submit your attendance, right? Submit your attendance. Yeah. Okay. So now let's go to the market analysis, right? Let's go to the market analysis. Now, first thing, before we discuss about the market, let me know what is that one important thing going in India, right? Type it in the chat box. Or what is that one important event which the entire globe is watching out on India? Type in the chat box, right? What is that thing happening? Correct. India versus Pakistan, right? So whatever happened on April 22nd is an unfortunate event, right? So irrespective of the stock market profits or losses, right, or how it impacts on the stock market, this is a highly a comment. This should not have happened, right? And Indian government will not sit silent, right? This will definitely, our government will definitely retaliate on Pakistan, and everyone are watching out what would be the impact, right? Now coming to the Indian stock market movement related, today, which is the last trading day of this week, even if you look at the traders who have their open positions, definitely someone will not leave their positions open until Monday, because either today or tomorrow or a day after, right? Saturday, Sunday, anything can happen, right? Any like earlier also we had the earlier surgical strikes. So India has also reverted, and even right now also we have taken certain measures uh, uh, to teach lesson to Pakistan. So what we have to do with respect to our investments with this kind of a event, this, and even if we observe any weakness, or even if we see that on the charts, that will reflect on the Nifty 50 index, and that itself will trigger our exit, right? That itself will trigger our exit. One thing I will tell you, if the company is strong and if the sectoral wise there is nothing change, do not worry too much on the noise. Because yes, if you tune in to any of the news channel, or if you tune into any of the business channel or the investment stock market related, right, your CNBC, NBA, all the other news channel, it creates a lot of tension. It gives you a lot of noise, right? I want you to switch off all that noise, cut out all, right? If at all there is exit, if market reflects weakness, that will be reflecting on the charts in 2 days or in a 1 week, it will be reflecting, and accordingly we can take our exits also. But don't get carried too much, and for let's wait and watch, and how the market will be reacting, based on we can increase our positions. Stay light on the short term, right? For the long term related companies which are like on a weekly time frame, now today Friday, on a weekly time frame they are coming out with new highs, keep averaging up, right? Keep adding in tranches. Okay, so just any short term or fresh positions you are taking, take smaller positions, right? Take smaller tranches. Like, sir, every time I get a good opportunity, I add 1% of my portfolio, 2% of my portfolio as a first tranche. Now with this uncertainty, maybe just add 0.5% of your overall portfolio. Let's see what will happen in the next 2-3 days. And as the market behaves positively or moves in strength, we can again top it up. Because one advantage for us, or one thing which is moving in our favor, is we see foreign institutional investors, right? FII pumping money into the Indian market, right? For the last 8 consecutive sessions, or for the last 8 trading sessions, if you see, we see money coming into the Indian market. That's a positive stance. Regarding tariffs, if you see, the US Vice President visit to India, right, has made majority of the trade tariffs more smooth. Major deals have been signed up, right? So things are looking positive in our side. Even RBI has taken all the measures to curb inflation, to allow more money to flow. We had two rate cuts, right, in the recent couple of weeks, right? Two rate cuts benefit more money flow, and even our inflation is also under check, right? So the macroeconomic factors are favoring the Indian market. So don't get carried away with the noise. War, India Pakistan war, so market will fall. Don't get into that. That's all noise. Let charts tell us. Let's see the stocks, let's see the index, and then take our positions. Only thing, in the short term, be a little bit more cautious. Do not overtrade or do not overexpose yourself. And if any one of you are like having open trades, right? Someone who are like into derivatives, carry forwarding the trades, preferable, do not carry forward the trades under any events that are happening, which you are not sure about the outcome. Do not carry forward the trades, right? Specifically who are into the derivatives, F&O like that. Okay. Good. More about the markets, more detailed way, how the markets have behaved this week, right? What should be our positioning for the next week? We'll be discussing today evening. And even there are wonderful businesses, wonderful companies which has come out with strong earnings also, right? Today evening in our weekly mastermind session, we'll do a deep dive on that, right? We'll do a deep dive on that. Okay, good. So thank you everyone for joining. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next trading session, right? I'll see you in the next live session, which is today evening at 8 p.m. Till then, take care. Have a wonderful investing and a trading day ahead. Good day to all of you. Please log out. After you, I'll close the room, right? After you, I'll close the room. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Nikhil, we already have a module in your course, building a basic building blocks for derivative analysis, right? You can go through that module. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Good day to all. Okay. Thank you. Good day. Bye, everyone. I'm closing the room for the day.